Hello everyone, and we are live. Welcome to episode 28 of my Friday night live stream series. Tonight I'm joined by three fantastic guests. Unfortunately, Nigel can't join tonight as he's not feeling very well, unfortunately. But wish him for a speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll be back next week and feeling better. But Pete will be on later on this evening. He's just busy at the moment, but he will be on later. But first up, we have Mike from Did You See That returning back.
Hey Scott, thanks for having me, man. Looking forward to it.
No worries, Mike. Great to have you on. And next up, we have Andy from Forgotten Golden Movies.
Hey guys, hope everyone's doing okay.
Great to have you back, Andy. You've been missed on the streams.
Oh, cheers, Scott.
Good no worries, Andy.
Yeah.
And before we get into comments, what have we all been watching recently? Mike, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I've been kind of making it a mission recently to start watching like kind of first time watches that I'm trying to catch, like, you know, that list we all have, trying to catch up on. That's me right now. So last night I looked on Letterboxd and I noticed Andy had seen this movie. I got round to The Sadness from
Oh yeah,
really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie. Probably some of the best practical effects I've ever seen in a movie. So I watched that for the first time. Edward Scissorhands I'd never seen before, so I watched that for the first time as well. Pretty good movie as well. And then today I watched the White Men Can't Jump remake.
Oh, what was that like?
Don't do it to yourself. That's all I'll say.
Fair enough.
Yeah, mate. So I'll just mention those. They're just a couple I've seen recently.
Awesome. Some really cool watches there, Mike. And
Thanks,
Andy, what about you?
So tonight I watched a film called Cradle Will Rock, directed by Tim Robbins. I thought it was okay. It was like a musical set in the 30s, made in the 90s. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Thought it was all right. Awesome. And last night I watched All Hallows Eve. I think that's the first movie with Art the Clown. It wasn't the best, but the bits with Art the Clown were certainly entertaining.
Yeah.
I also watched a film called Hollywoodland with Ben Affleck.
Never heard of that one.
No.
And I watched for the first time last night Scary Movie 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy, what made you want to watch Scary Movie 5 out of everything?
I got the first 3 on Blu-ray, and I had 4, but I've never seen or owned 5. And there was a cheap copy on eBay, so I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up. Watched it last night, and yeah, it was awful. Yeah.
Some great stuff there, Andy. Some good watches. And I haven't watched anything since Tuesday, I don't think. So I'll just say Batman Forever again, which was a really good film. Really enjoyed that. Actually preferred it a little bit over Batman Returns, to be fair, and might be a slightly controversial opinion, but Batman Forever was great. I really liked it. Jim Carrey in that film was hilarious as a Riddler. And that's circus scene was great as well. I loved all that with Robin and circus. That was awesome. But awesome. So before we get into the comments, everyone's links are in the description down below. So go and give them all a sub because they all have fantastic channels.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Scott.
No worries, guys. And let's get into the comments. And first up, we have Josh through the lens. Hello, mate. He says, hello fellas, how you all doing? Saw Fast X today and what a stinker. Will you be watching it? I will probably check out at some point. I'm not in a big rush to see it because I've only seen the first 7 movies, so I do need to watch 8, Hobbs and Shaw and Fast 9 before seeing the new one. But yeah, I will definitely check out at some point. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate, I've seen a couple of the movies. The ones I've seen, I thought they were okay, and then of course it started getting just like over the top in a way. And I think there's only so much for me personally I can like suspend disbelief to an extent. But I definitely want to go back and rewatch them, and if I enjoy them, then I'll check it out. But at the minute, mate, nah, it's not on my list.
Yeah, I can understand that definitely. And what about you, Andy?
Yeah, I still haven't seen the 9th one. I'm just not in any rush, so I won't see 10 till I've seen 9.
Yeah.
That's all I really have to say on it.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
And we got Mark Price here. Hello, mate. And he says,
Hey, man.
could you all recommend a horror film, please? Oh,
Do you want like a recent one or like an older one? Just like one for tonight? I'm not sure.
I'm not too
Trashy
sure, to
Stars.
be fair. Maybe an underrated one, I assume. Does Frailty count as a horror film?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Frailty, because that film is amazing. I really do like that film. As one of my favourite endings of all time. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, I would definitely recommend that one. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to mention one that I think Tracy mentioned on Pete's stream on Wednesday that I actually really enjoy. Green Room, I think, is a really good one, and simple plot, just a really fun movie though. So yeah, Green Room for me.
Awesome, good choice, Mike. What about you, Andy?
I'm gonna have to go with Night of the Creeps.
Good choice.
You've not seen that? It's amazing. Yeah.
No, never heard of it.
If you like 80s horror, like mid 80s horror, it'll be right up your street. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice. Yeah.
Really fun film from the 80s. And we got Michael Hewitt here. Hello, mate. Saying, good evening, guys. What's your favourite Stephen King novel to become a movie? Mine is The Dead Zone. Have a good stream. Still need to see The Dead Zone, actually, but heard good things about it. Possibly with Shawshank Redemption. I really, really like that film. That's probably one of my favourite films of all time. The acting's absolutely amazing, and yeah, it's just got some of my favourite scenes of all time as well. The score is brilliant as well. I really love the score to that film. So yeah, I'd go with Shawshank Redemption. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, great pick, mate. I think for me, I've not like read any of his novels. I've just seen like adaptations from the films. Two for me that I really like is It. I like both versions of that, and the original Pet Sematary. I think really, really cool as well.
That is a really good film. Good choices, Mike. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've only read 2 of his books that have been made to films. One of them was The Shining. Well, I know Stephen King absolutely hates the Kubrick version.
Yeah.
The only other one I've read, and it's actually a really good adaptation, is Carrie.
Ooh,
so awesome. That one. Yeah.
Great choice. Love Carrie. Got Sam saying, hello guys, happy Friday. Is to another awesome stream. Nige, just watch your Hammer Collection Part 1 vid. Great video, man. Look forward to Part 2. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, Sam. I'll have to check out that video as well. We got Danny Dukes here. Hello, mate. Saying hi to you all. Hope you're all good. I'm more sturdy on my feet when I came out of hospital. That's great to hear. Good to hear you're on the mend, mate.
News.
Yeah, definitely. Hope you're doing well, mate.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Sam here saying, I finally saw Guardians 3. I really enjoyed it. Very solid entry to the MCU, a return to form. Like the first 2 movies, a banging soundtrack. Great to hear with Florence and Machines in there as well. Oh, awesome. Didn't realise they were in the soundtrack. Glad you enjoyed it, Sam. I do love the first 2 Guardians films, so I will be checking out the 3rd one at some point for sure. What about you, Mike? You watched it yet?
Yeah, I think I went opening day or the day after. I can't remember. But yeah, mate, really enjoyed it. Definitely agree with Sam. A return to form MCU better than last couple of movies they've put out, and just especially the stuff with Rocket Raccoon, who is a Rocket story. I'll not say much for spoilers. But yeah, mate, really emotional stuff. Really enjoy it.
Awesome.
Glad you enjoyed it, Mike. And what about you, Andy?
Yeah, completely agree with Mike. It's a brilliant film. It's a bit too hard hitting for me, but yeah, the soundtrack's great. Even though I really, really dislike Florence and the Machine.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, that song makes my ears bleed. I can't stand it for the life of me.
Which song was it they used?
I think it's The Dark Days Are Over or something like that.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
That song is not for me.
No.
But Yeah, apart from that, I enjoyed the rest of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, Andy.
Definitely.
And we got Mark Price saying, what's everyone's favourite label to buy films from? Mine's Arrow Video. Good choice there, Mark. Done some great films there. And mine is probably Arrow as well. To be fair, I think they bring up some really quality films, some really obscure ones as well. So it's great to discover new films that look cool by the artwork, and some of them can turn out to be pretty good films as well. So yeah, I'd go with Arrow Video. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know if I so much have like a favorite label. Like, I know you guys are massively more into physical media than I am. I've kind of like just started in like the last year or so. So I don't know if I have a specific favorite. I would say the ones I have like the most of is probably, if I can pick it out for you, is it's like a Makoto Shinkai kind of movies I've got. And I know this is like Comics Wave Studios, but I'm not. I think it might be all the anime, maybe the label. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that one, mate. That's the ones I've got the most like kind of titles of at the moment.
Awesome. Good choice, Mike. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, there's a few for me. I love the Arrow box sets. They're amazing. But I think what's really been winning me over lately is the Warner Brothers 4K sets.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're absolutely fantastic. And even the Warner Brothers 4K Steelbook sets, like them as a label have just been amazing. And I was just looking at the ones I've got, and I was just thinking how great would it be to get a Dirty Harry one.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Awesome
Yeah,
choice,
awesome,
Andy.
Yeah.
Got Marvellous here, hello, saying, hi, yeah, everyone, hope you'll have an amazing day. What have you guys watched recently? We just spoke about that earlier, to be fair.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question, really do appreciate that. And we got Sam saying, my favourite Stephen King novel adaptation is The Shining. Awesome choice. I do slightly prefer the book, but the film is still one of my absolute favourites. Hope The Dead Zone gets a UK Blu-ray release. Yeah, that'd be cool to see, because I haven't seen that film before. Have you seen The Dead Zone before, Mike?
No, we're talking about it just in the question before, I think. Yeah, mate. And no, I've never seen it, unfortunately, but sounds good. I'm open for it.
Awesome. What about you, Andy? Are you a fan of The Dead Zone?
Yeah, I've seen it twice, I think, and it's not one of my favorites of Stephen King's movies, but it's still good. Like Christopher Walken's good in it. But yeah, it's not one of my go-tos.
Yeah, that's fair. We got Trashy Star here. Hello, mate. And he says, evening, you wonderful tea. I'm guessing he meant to put lot there. We got Tom 180 saying, good evening, everyone. Hello, Tom.
How you doing?
Hope you're doing well. Got Trashy saying we're off to see Fast X tomorrow. What am I letting myself into? I don't know. You seen it before, Mike?
The Fast X?
Yeah, the new one.
No, I think we talked about it just before. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Right.
Probably not for me at the moment.
Yeah, no worries. And we got Trashy Stars saying, oh, the Z-Man is on tonight. Nice.
Thanks, mate. And well, thanks to Scott for having me. So
yeah, no worries, Mike. Great to have you on.
Cheers, mate.
And we got Tom 180 saying, has anyone seen the horror film with loved ones for 2009? If so, what's your thoughts? I have not watched that before, but I have heard of it. I think I'm not don't know too much about it, if I'm being honest. What about you, Mike? Have you watched this one before?
No, same as you, Scott. Yeah, mate. Never heard of it. No.
No worries, Mike. Andy?
No, same as you guys. It's over my head, that one.
No worries, Andy.
If you know if Andy's not heard of it, it's over everyone's head at that point.
That is true, yeah. Definitely, I agree. And we got Trashy Stars saying, does Screen get on your nerves when it comes to films? Sometimes it can. It depends on the movie, and it depends how grainy it can look and how off-putting it can be. But yeah, sometimes it can get on my nerves quite a bit. What about you, Mike?
Same as you, mate. Yeah, I think it depends on the film. If it's like set in like a certain timepiece and it's going for that authenticity, or it's generally shot at that time when that was happening. But there is certain movies where they try to put a grain and it doesn't look, say, like in 70s or 80s. It looks like it's just been shot yesterday. It just doesn't look right. So like those kind of examples, it does. Yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, it depends how much I like the film. I mean, I prefer it not to have grain. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, I think, especially with 4Ks, it's just one of them.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
Get you.
And we got Pete from Playtendoguy. Hello, Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Hey guys, have a great start to a stream. I'll join as quickly as I can. No worries, Pete. That's absolutely fine. We got Marvelous saying thank you so much for making me feel welcomed. No worries at all. Thank you for joining. We got Tom on 80 saying there was a lake near me that had the screening of Jaws and you sat on inflatables in a lake. Have you been to anything similar or driving? I have never been to anything like that before, if I'm being honest, Tom, but it sounds pretty cool, to be fair. What about you, Mike?
I've never done anything by like in a lake on inflatables. That sounds amazing.
It does,
but no,
yeah.
Nah, mate, I've been to one drive-in before. That was during like the start of the pandemic when like the cinemas were closed, and that was kind of starting to have like, a bit of like a rejuvenation, so to say. Yeah, they showed Back to the Future, so of course had to go. So yeah, mate, great experience.
Awesome, glad you enjoyed it. What about you, Andy?
Short answer: no, never done anything like that.
No worries.
Yeah.
And we got Trashy Stars saying, what is your favourite front cover artwork on a Blu-ray or 4K? Wow. Oh,
good question.
Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. But artwork to Class of 1984 is pretty cool. We US Blu-ray with Region A lots that's got some really cool artwork. What about you, Mike?
I was just about to say, mate, that one right there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
mate,
so cool.
love that movie so much.
It's great. One of my favourites from the 80s. What about you, Andy?
I might have to say the Superman 2 steelbook that came in that steelbook set.
Awesome.
Did you pick up that new set that just released not long ago? Right.
Yeah. There's all the steelbooks in it are gorgeous, but I think my favourite might be Superman 2.
Yeah, see, I still need to see Superman 2 actually, but I have heard that is the best one out of a lot of people say.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's got the theatrical and the Donna cut as well, though, because it's obviously got similar elements, but two different takes completely. I don't know which one I like better, but good movie, mate.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer, Andy?
Oh god, it depends what day you ask me, because I think the Donna cut's a better film, but I grew up with the Lester one. But the Donna one is very, very unpolished. It does feel like you're watching an incomplete film. But it's just great to see Marlon Brando back in the second one.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. I'll have to check that out soon. And we've got Trashy Stars saying, I've got hot chocolate tonight. No whiskey for a change. Hope you enjoy your hot chocolate, mate. And he also says, thoughts on the film, Thelma and Louise. Really, really good film. Really enjoy it. Got great performances from Gina Davis and who's the other actress in it?
Susan Sarandon.
That's it. She's fantastic in that film. And it's just a really cool road trip movie from the 90s. Really do like that film. What about you, Mike?
Never seen it, mate. I've heard of it, and I like both of them, like Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon. Yeah, mate, never seen it.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, it's one of my favourite Ridley Scott movies. It's great. I love it.
Wow, I didn't realise it was Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Wow. It is one of his best ones, I do agree. And we got Trashy Stars saying, saw a nice release of Desperately Seeking Susan and HMV today. Thoughts on the film? I have not seen that movie before, but I have definitely heard of it before. Heard many good things. What about you, Mike?
I'm just having a quick look at it, mate. To see if I've seen that one.
Yeah, no worries. Andy, have you seen it before?
Yeah, I didn't like it the first time I saw it, but on rewatch. I actually quite enjoyed it. Didn't think it was that bad. It's got Madonna in it as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen it, mate. I've just Googled it. I thought I was thinking of a different movie.
Yeah, no worries, Mike. That's absolutely fine. And we got Lewis Smith here. Hello, mate.
Hey,
Saying evening, everyone. Look forward to a stream. Just sat down with a Chinese takeaway, thinking of you, Pete. Awesome. And we got Cy Robson here. Hello, mate.
Hey,
And we got Steve here. Hello, Steve. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, mate.
Thank you for joining.
Hey, Steve.
And we got Matt H here. Hello, mate. Same evening, guys. Looking forward to another great stream. Are you all looking forward to a new Dune film? I am very much excited for that. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Was a massive fan of the first one, so I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes, definitely. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, so I remember seeing the first one in the cinema when I think maybe when it came out the day after. I can't remember. I don't remember being a huge fan of it, but I do want to go back to it. It's, as much as I remember, it felt like an incomplete movie. But of course, I know it's like with different books, and the whole point is to make more movies to expand the universe and stuff. But definitely want to rewatch it. But as far as I remember, it wasn't huge on it.
That's fair enough. I can get that. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed the first one visually, but I think it was I kind of found the story a bit hard to get into.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just thought that director he just doesn't make garbage at all. Like everything he's done, I've enjoyed on some level. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out the new one.
Awesome. And we got some saying coincidence that I asked what's everyone's favourite song is on Pete's stream, and then when next day they drop a new single and announce a new album. Listening to Leisure, Modern Life and Park Life today. Awesome. I didn't even know they announced a new album, to be fair, but that's really cool. Either you aware of that?
No, mate. I don't listen to them, so I wouldn't know. No, that's cool.
No worries. Yeah, definitely, really cool. And we got Matt H saying get well soon, Nigel, definitely.
Yeah.
And we got with Drew here. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Drew.
And Tom on 80 saying Nigel, get well soon, definitely.
Yeah.
And we got True Action Star saying G-Ban and Andy.
Right.
And we got Free Within saying, will you be seeing Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret, on Wednesday. Can't wait to see that. I might check it out at some point. I don't really know too much about it, if I'm being honest, so I might have to look more into it first before going to see it. But what about you, Mike?
Yeah, so I've seen one trailer for it, and I believe it's based on a book, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I've heard pretty good things. I've got a ticket booked for tomorrow morning, so yeah, I'm checking it out, mate.
Oh, awesome. Hope you enjoy it, Mike.
Cheers, mate. Hope so.
No worries.
After that white man can't jump today, mate, I need something good.
Indeed, yeah, I can imagine, for sure. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out at some point. I think I saw a trailer for it when I went to see Champions.
All right.
But yeah, that's all I've seen of it.
Yeah, no worries. And we got Trashy Stars saying Oprah Love God gets better soon. Yeah, definitely. We all wish him a speedy recovery. Yeah. And we got Sam saying get well soon, Nigel, definitely. And we got skipped a question. We got Matt H saying what's your favourite movie poster? Oh, that's a really good question. Or maybe the Zombie Flesh Eater is one that I've got just behind me. That's a really cool poster. What about you, Mike?
I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I'm not too sure on this one because there's so many movie posters, and sometimes you get them on actual physical media that change the artwork and stuff. I will say one that I do have that I really like. I do really like that RoboCop one. I will say.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to go with that one, mate.
Good choice, Mike. Really great poster. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I might have to go with the one that jumped to mind was The Fly.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I just love how simple that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, great film.
Yeah,
Awesome choice, Andy. And we got
thanks.
Trashy Stars saying, "Ever seen the film War Dogs?" I have seen that film, and I actually quite enjoy it. Think it's really funny comedy, and I quite like the story. The acting's pretty good. Yeah, really solid movie from last few years. What about you, Mike?
Is that the one with, is it Jonah Hill, Miles Teller? If I've
Yeah.
got that
Yeah,
right?
that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, so I remember seeing that in cinema, and that's the only time I've seen it. Before I remember it, yeah, I remember really enjoying it. Actually, definitely think a revisit. I need to check it out again.
Awesome. Glad you enjoy it, Mike. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've like Mike. I've only seen it the once, but from what I remember seeing, I quite liked it. But I've just never had the urge to go back.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that.
Right.
And we got Sai saying, "What's your favourite 21st century comedy?" For me, I have to say Dodgeball is a masterpiece. I still need to see Dodgeball actually, but I have heard that's very funny. Favourite 21st century comedy. Superbad is a really good one. I really enjoy that film. I think that's really funny.
Great pick, mate.
Trying to think of any others, but yeah, I think I have to go with Superbad. To be fair, I think that is my favourite one off the top of my head. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I think Superbad's a great choice. Dodgeball, really love that movie. I was just looking on Google there, had to see which ones. Another one I think I'll add to that is probably Anchorman as well. Really like Anchorman.
Awesome, good choices, Mike. What about you, Andy?
I might have to say Napoleon Dynamite because there's just so much in that movie that makes me chuckle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've heard that's a really great movie, to be fair. Looking forward to watching that one.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I know Napoleon's like it's like Marmite, that movie. Like some
Yeah.
people really dislike, some people love it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think some
right.
people think like that there's nothing happens in it. It's very can be a bit slow, but yeah, it's
Right.
like a comfort movie for me. That one.
Awesome.
Yeah, great pick, mate.
Yeah,
definitely. And we've got Gareth on Video Tasties here. Hello, mate. Hope you're
Hey,
doing
Gav.
well.
Hey, Gareth.
And we got Mark Price saying, "I saw Scary Movie 5 in the cinemas and hated it. I remember being annoyed I'd spent nearly £10 seeing it."
The actual movie, I put it on and I checked the timestamp and it was like an hour and 25 minutes. So I was like, right, okay. The movie finished after an hour because yeah, after once it finishes pretty much after an hour, and then the rest of the time is just bloopers in the credits for like half an hour.
Oh wow!
What?
It was just atrocious. I was like, what is going on?
Wow.
Like it's just nuts.
What?
How bad that is. Yeah.
I've never heard that ever.
No, I haven't. I was shocked. I was like, yeah.
Wow. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What rating did you give it on Letterboxd, out of curiosity, Andy?
I think I gave it 2 because some of the jokes just had me out. Like there's a bit where this guy and this woman are just beating the shit out of each other on the lawn, and I couldn't stop laughing. Like that alone just made me laugh, but it's awful. Yeah, it really is.
Wow. And we got a few reviews saying some early reviews for Indiana Jones 5 have hit the internet, and bad news, some of the early reviews haven't been the greatest, and it has a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I did see that it's been getting mixed reviews, to be fair, but I will still check it out at some point. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate. So I've seen the first 3, didn't see the 4th one. Not that I don't want, I just haven't got to it. And I think with this one, I think it's going to depend how you maybe go into it. Like, if you're a real diehard fan of the first 3, you probably may not like the new one. But I think if you just go into it, just going for like a fun time, I can imagine it'll be all right. But yeah, I'm intrigued to check it out.
Awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'll definitely go and see it, but yeah, the first 3 are just untouchable for me. But
yeah,
I'll see what this one's like. Yeah.
And we got Jamie Powell here. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing
Hey, man.
well. So, saying good evening. How we all doing? Anyone know? Yeah, we're doing very well. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jamie. Hope you're doing
Hey,
well.
Jamie.
And we got Mark Price saying also get well soon, but God definitely hope he gets better soon. And we got Jamie Powell saying, anyone know when Boogeyman comes out in UK? Is it? I'm not too sure actually. I can't remember. Is it June this year or is it a bit later?
I think on official post to me, I think it said June 2nd, but I'm not sure if that's UK though.
Okay.
Definitely for US, so I'm not too sure.
No worries, Mike. And we got Jackson from Alls 2 Cinema. Hello, mate. Hope
Hey,
you're doing
Jackson.
well.
Hey, Jackson.
Hope you're well, mate.
Definitely. And we got Trashy Stars saying, seen a lot of these pit props in my local HMV. They're fun looking things. Anyone know what that means?
I don't know, mate. Does he mean
I'm confused.
Does he mean like pop Funkos? I don't know what he means.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't know if you
Yeah.
meant Funko Pop. But,
I've never heard of pit pop.
No, I haven't.
Sure.
And we got Jackson saying, watch Pieces last night. What a fantastic giallo comedy. That is a film I need to see actually. But is that on the Arrow video range?
Yeah.
It is, mate. Yeah. Have the believe it or not, it's actually one I've got in my collection. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
A pretty cool quick story about that one is last Halloween, in Newcastle they do like a Halloween all night event. They'll put movies on starting from like 8 to like 6 in the morning, and one of them was like a mystery screener. So I went with my partner, and the guy came on to introduce the movie. He's like, right, this movie, because you didn't know what it was till it started playing. And he was like, this movie I've really wanted to show to like a full crowd. It's a one that probably maybe nobody's like heard of and stuff like that. So I got original like seeing it. It's like original format as well. And oh man, incredible experience. Like really great movie.
That sounds really cool. To be fair, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mike.
Yeah, man, loved it. Seen it again since. Really enjoyed it.
Awesome. I'll have to check that film out definitely. What about you, Andy? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I like it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, the endings for me is probably the best part, but yeah, it's enjoyable. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I never realised it was a giallo. So if you guys personally have any giallo recommendations, let me know, and I'll check them out.
Yeah.
Awesome. And we got Sam saying, you guys looking forward to a Flash movie? I'm quite excited to check it out, especially because of Mr. Keaton reprising as the role as Batman. Yeah, well, I think it'd be pretty cool. To be fair, I know a lot of people are excited to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. That's pretty awesome. To be fair, and yeah, well, I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, well, I'll check it out. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, same as you, mate. Definitely intrigued to see what they're going to go with it. If it's going to link in with like the James Gunn's new vision, or if it's going to be just like a standalone thing. I'm not going to lie, the trailer looks pretty cool, mate. So yeah, I'll be there to see it.
Awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'll definitely go see it. I think that's the main selling point for me is Keaton coming back.
Right.
Awesome. And we got Sam saying he picked up Pieces in the Arrow sale. Awesome. Hope you enjoy it, Sam.
Great pickup, mate.
And we got Josh through then saying Boogeyman comes out mid-June. I think, Jamie, I have to say, I think it looks quite good. Awesome. I look forward to checking that out, definitely. We got Soy saying, I've got to say that if Fast and Furious films are guilty pleasure for me, I'm going on Tuesday to watch X. Fast 5 is my favourite. Awesome. Good choice. What's your favourite out with franchise, Mike?
Hey, from the ones I've seen, I'm probably gonna have to go with 5 as well. I think, yeah, fun movie, The Rock. I think it's the first one he's in, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoy that one.
Awesome, good choice. That's probably my favourite, to be fair, as well. I really like Fast 5. What's your favourite, Andy?
I kind of don't really have one because I can't really remember anything that happens in any of them.
That's fair.
They all just mesh into one for me. I couldn't tell you one pick one from the other. Like if you showed me a scene from one of them, I couldn't tell you which one it was from.
Yeah, that's fair. I can understand
Yeah.
that. They do all feel sort of the same. We got Jamie saying thanks to Josh. Got Mark Price saying I've seen Green Room and loved it, but I'll definitely check out Night of the Creeps and Frailty at some point. Thanks for recommendations. No worries,
Yeah.
mate. Hope you enjoy them. And we got Matt H saying, "What's your favourite film adaptation of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves for me?" I think that's the only one that I've actually seen, to be honest. So by default, it would have to be that one. But I do really enjoy that film as well. To be fair, I think it's really cool film. Got a fantastic cast in it. Christian Slater plays a really good role in that film, and the action is surprisingly really good as well. So yeah, I'll go with Prince of Thieves. What about you, Mike?
So I'm going to be honest, mate. The only Robin Hood adaptation, if you want to call it that, I've seen is it like the latest one? Was it with Taron Egerton? If I've got that right.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think
only
so.
adaptation, mate, and that was terrible. So I haven't got one.
That's fair. No worries,
Yeah.
Mike. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, live action, it's the Prince of Thieves, but my favorite Robin Hood is the Disney one.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I have so much love and nostalgia for that film. Weirdly enough, this is a funny story, but that movie was my introduction to Back to the Future. And
Really?
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Oh.
why was because when my parents were pregnant with me, there was a TV showing of that Robin Hood animated series, and they taped it off the TV when they found out they were having a boy. And one of the adverts was for Back to the Future 2 in the ad breaks.
Wow.
So that was
wow.
that was growing up. That's how I found out about Back to the Future.
That's awesome, man.
Story.
Yeah. So that I have a place in my heart for that Robin Hood movie. Yeah.
Don't
Just a
blame
fun
me,
little
mate.
story. But yeah.
That's
Awesome
cool,
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
Remember when recording stuff on VHSs, man, and you had to like perfect time it and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
I just can't buy it.
Yeah.
Miss those days.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Jackson saying Christine and Carrie are two other great Stephen King adaptations. Yeah, I agree, definitely. We got Jackson saying excited to watch by 4K Steelbook could Carrie soon. Oh, awesome.
Nice. Good pick.
Got Sam saying, oh yes, forgot about Shawshank Scott. I would have to go with that then as my favourite Stephen King adaptation, as it's my second favourite film ever. Awesome stuff, Sam. It's also my favourite second favourite film as well. So yeah, great choice. Are you a fan of that film, Mike?
Yeah, I love Shawshank, mate. Can't say it's one that I would like want to rewatch like over and over again, but definitely when I rewatch it, I'm just like really love the movie, mate. Yeah, great pick.
Awesome, good stuff. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I can't say or bring anything new to any comments about Shawshank because I feel the same way about most people about it. It's just a magnificent film.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. And we got Josh saying, have you guys seen a trailer for The Creator? I think it looks amazing, visually incredible. I have not seen a trailer yet, but I know that Pete watched it last night and he said it was really good as well. So I'd have to give that trailer a watching, definitely. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate, I haven't seen the full trailer. I saw like little like screenshots and stuff of it, and I've seen the poster. From that what I saw, it looks quite interesting, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying not to watch too many trailers if I can, because it just spoils everything really. So try and stay away from them.
Yeah, well, I try and stay away from trailers quite a lot these days as well because of the same reason. I do agree with you there, Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Randy?
Yeah, I've not seen the trailer for The Creator, but yeah, I understand where you guys are coming from about not watching them as often nowadays because they just kind of can spoil the film.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, especially like recent, like Evil Dead Rise, like it was only like a 90-minute movie, and they released like quite a few trailers for it. I was like, they showed all the big surprises that was going to happen. So try to stay away.
Yeah,
I
agree. Trashy Stars say, what makes a perfect special edition for you?
Oh,
That's a really good question, True. I I would
definitely.
say like a really hard box, so nice sturdy box is a good start for special edition for sure. Loads of special features would be great as well, and obviously like a few discs, posters, art cards, and just stuff like that. I would say. What about you, Mike?
Right. Couldn't agree more with you, mate. Yeah, so interesting question, and I picked this up the other week in the Zavi sale. It was like the Kick-Ass Limited Collector's one.
Oh, that looks really nice.
And oh mate, honestly, like I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but like the colors on like the steelbook is just like incredible.
Wow.
That's really cool.
So I think for me, mate, kind of similar to what you said, I think it's got to have a cool steelbook for me personally. I love steelbooks. This comes with like a booklet, art cards, and like an actual like double-sided poster as well. So to be fair, more the better. But I will say one special edition I love that Andy, I believe, has is that Harry Potter Hogwarts train.
Yeah.
That looks incredible.
Yeah, it's a nice set, but my god, is it impractical? It's a pain in the ass to open. Yeah.
Is it just like when you're taking like one out? You mean getting the back?
No, it's more so because I keep it in the box, and taking it out of the box all the time is I keep it in there because I don't want it to get dusty. But yeah, just taking it out of the box, all it is a nightmare. It's really annoying, but it is nice. It is not when you take it out and you've got hold of it. It is a nice set.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
What about you, Randy? What makes a special edition for you?
Yeah, I have to kind of say the same as you guys. Like a nice rigid box, a steel book with different artwork on it to the box, art cards, posters, and maybe some sets I have done this. Maybe like a very small prop sized item from the movie.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
Because like the Willy Wonka set comes with the golden ticket.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that's just something little like that, and like the Last Action Hero set comes with the golden ticket as well.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We got Cy Bobson saying OJ next to me having a 35th anniversary screening of They Live on Tuesday night. That is awesome. I can't wait to see it. I've seen it loads of times, but never seen it on a big screen. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Si. That sounds really cool, to be fair. Fantastic film. One of my favourites from John Carpenter. Really cool film. What about you, Mike? What's your thoughts on They Live?
Yeah, mate, it's one I haven't seen. I hope Si enjoys the screen as well. That would be cool. Yeah, I like some of these movies I've never seen for the first time. Like usually at the cinema they've been putting them on as like, you know, these 35th anniversaries, 25th, whatever. That's how I saw RoboCop last year when I got a 4K release for the first time. It was on the big screen.
Awesome.
But yeah, mate, answer your question, no, I've never seen it.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Randy?
Yeah, it's one of my favourite John Carpenter films. It's a slow burn, but it's worth it just for that fight scene that happens in the movie. It's utterly brilliant and so entertaining.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think Keith David and Roddy Piper just have great chemistry in that film. They're just brilliant in it.
Yeah, definitely. That fight scene is hilarious, to be fair. I love that scene. We got Sam saying I love They Live, one of my favourite John Carpenter films, definitely. And we got Avira Drew saying, question for everyone, what is your excitement level for Transformers Rise of the Beast? I'm really not excited at all, if I'm being honest. I'm afraid it really doesn't interest me. I haven't seen any of the other Transformers movies, so obviously I would have to watch those first. But yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me, unfortunately. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, same as you, mate. I really quite enjoyed like Bumblebee when they released that a couple of years back. I quite liked that one. And it just seems as if they've kind of gone back to what Transformers was when it started to go like a bit of a mess towards the end. So, not very excited.
I could get that, yeah, definitely. What about you, Randy?
Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit excited because I grew up watching Beast Wars. That was my Transformers as a kid. I know there's characters from that in this, but yeah, the Transformers films don't have a great track record.
Yeah.
A little bit apprehensive, but I'm excited to see the characters I grew up with as a kid on the big screen.
That's fair. I
Right.
can get that, definitely.
I think I heard, if I'm not mistaken, they might be making that into a trilogy, the new one. I think there's plans for it anyway.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Mm.
We got some saying no worries about Florence and Machine, Andy. Music is not everyone's cup of tea. I seen her live in February and she was incredible. Oh, awesome! Glad to hear.
Yeah,
Sam.
no.
It's cool.
Glad you
Yeah,
enjoyed it, Sam.
I'm not a massive fan of their music either, to be fair. What's your thoughts on them, Mike?
Yeah. I think they've got like some good songs. Yeah, but it's not one that I go out my way to listen to, mate.
That's fair. I can understand that. And we've got Trashy Stars saying thoughts on Disney removing stuff on Disney Plus and action rides and events. I didn't even know about that, to be fair, but seems a shame, to be fair. What about you, Mike? What's your thoughts on that?
What stuff have they removed? Do you guys know?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, well, I can't comment on that. I'm not sure what that is. I think the Action Rides an event. I think there was an article came out that Action maybe like a Star Wars themed like ride or hotel or something. I'm not sure. So I don't know, mate. I've never experienced it myself, so I can't really comment.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I don't know too much about the rides and events, but I'm not a fan of Disney Plus. I mean, I do have it, but yeah, I don't particularly like it because even when it first started, it didn't have every Disney movie on there. There are Disney movies I have which just aren't on Disney Plus.
Wow.
Which is just it's crazy because it just feels like they only want you to watch what they want you to watch.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, it's just something I'm not really a big fan of. That's all, really.
That's fair. I can understand that. And we got Trashy Stars saying, "Well, thoughts on White Man Can't Jump remake, more like Disney tried to do a kids remake." Well, we know that Mike was not a fan.
Nah. I mean, if you guys watch it, like the basketball action's good. I mean, of course, it should be for the movie. It is. But apart from that, nothing really too great about it, unfortunately.
That's fair. I can understand that. Have you seen it yet, Andy, or planning to watch it?
No. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the original. Like,
That's fair.
I just think it's okay. I just think it's an okay movie, so definitely won't be checking out the remake.
Yeah, I can understand that. To be fair, it's not one of my favourite films either. I think it's good, but not great.
Yeah.
Right.
And we got Marvelous saying, "Hi guys, by the way, it's me, Nigel. I had to make a new account because my comment was not appearing, but again, apparently I've been pressed on time out by moderator. No worries, me, Nigel. Great to see you here, though, mate."
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Sam saying, "What is everyone's favourite cinema experience?" That's a very good question, Sam. Possibly when I went to see Top Gun Maverick with my family and best friends last year. That was a really cool cinema experience. I really enjoyed that one. Fantastic film as well. One of my favourites from last year. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it depends if we're going back like some of our favourite experiences like recently. I would definitely say recently. Probably agree with you. It's got with Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of like the first one too much because I only seen it a couple of days before the new one. And yeah, mate, I remember watching Maverick and I was nearly having tears in my eyes towards the end, mate. Yeah, just great movie, great experience.
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, Mike. And what about you, Andy?
Yeah, mine. I've said it before. I'm gonna have to go with the Friday the 13th remake.
Oh, cool!
Wow.
Not the best movie, but it was just for the crowd I saw it with.
Right.
It was the atmosphere was just buzzing in that cinema. It was like the opening of Scream 2. Everyone was just up for that movie. Yeah, it was so much fun.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Great to hear.
That's cool.
And we got Josh saying that White Man Can't Jump remake his arse. Jack Harlow does have a crisp
Oh, mate, he's terrible in the movie.
Is he
Bad.
really bad?
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate like he's a rapper, sorry. So trying to transition to an actor, I can't imagine it's easy for anyone. But man, I don't know what they were thinking. To be fair.
Yeah, I can get that. We got Nigel. What's your thoughts on a teaser for Five Nights at Freddy's? Though I have never played the games, but I am intrigued. Looks pretty good. Awesome. Hopefully, you enjoy the film when it comes out. When's it out? Is it next year or something like that?
I'm not too sure.
I think it might be October, mate. Actually, late October. I'm not sure.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I don't think it looks great. If I'm being honest, I'm not a massive fan of the games as well. To be fair, so I might give it a go, but at the moment, not too sure. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I never played the games, mate. I didn't watch the teaser. But I really enjoyed Willy's Wonderland for how stupid that was. So if it's anything like that, yeah, sign me up, mate. I'll check it out.
Awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've only seen the poster for it. Yeah, I've no idea what it is. Never played the game.
Yeah, no worries.
Same.
And we've got another special guest. Hello,
Hey.
Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Pete.
Hey, Andy. How are you all doing? No, Nige.
No, he's not very well, Pete, so he couldn't join tonight.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry to hear that. I'll have to message him later and check how he's doing.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Great to see all you guys. Sorry I was late. I had to help my dad with the bill for the electric. It was wrongly estimated and I had to help him ring up the company. And then I had my tea
dear.
late.
Not fair, mate. Fair.
No worries, Pete.
No
Great
worries,
to have
you're
you
here now.
here. Yeah, definitely. And what have you watched recently, Pete, while you're here?
That's a very quick question. Nothing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The last thing I watched was Angel Heart on Saturday night. Nothing else since. But I've got to watch Pulp Fiction between now and Friday. Friday?
Oh,
Wednesday. So we'll try that.
awesome. Hope you enjoy it,
Awesome, man.
Pete. One of my favourites.
Hmm.
And yeah, we'll link to Pete's YouTube is in the description as well. So give him a sub because he's fantastic as well.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Scott.
No worries, Pete. And we got Ian Hill with Ramblings here. Hello, mate. Saying hi, everyone. Hope you're all well.
Hey, Ian.
What's your top 5 horror films of the 60s? Mine are Mask of Red Death, Plague of Zombies, The Devil Rides Out, and Rosemary's Baby. Good choices there, Ian. I don't know if I could do top 5 off the top of my head. Got to try and think of my favourite one actually from the 60s.
Time for Google to help.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look this one up as well, to be fair. I'm really struggling.
That's what I'm doing as well, mate. Yeah.
I think I can think of 5.
Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
So yeah, I'd have to say Rosemary's Baby, Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's a good choice.
The Haunting, Target, and I want to say Psycho.
Oh, that's a good choice, definitely. Yeah. Forgot about Psycho. What about you, Mike? Have you got 5 or any?
I've just Googled them, mate. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I've seen a 60s horror movie. At least not the ones I showed on Google. I think I've seen 70s ones, so yeah, mate, I'm out.
No worries, Mike, that's absolutely fine. And I can't do 5, but I have got 2. One of them would be Night of the Living Dead. That's a really good zombie film from the 60s. And Psycho is one of my favourite films ever. So yeah, those would be my 2 favourites. What about you, Pete?
I'd say The Birds, that's 60s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Birds, Psycho, a lot of the Hammer horror stuff. So like all the Christopher Lee ones, I think. There was Carry On Screaming, wasn't that 60s? I know it's horror comedy, but
yeah,
I'll
I think
include
it is. Yeah.
that.
Yeah, 60s.
Yeah, so most of the Hammer horror stuff, I'd say from the 60s.
Awesome. Good choices there, Pete. And we got Tom saying with Loved Ones is about a girl who gets turned down for prom, so decides to get it back on a guy. I won't say any more, but look it up. It's brutal. We have a UK Blu-ray here. Awesome. I'll have to have a look into that one. And we got Trashy Stars saying, nice shirt, Z-Man. I'll have a bit of sushi.
Oh, thanks, mate. HMV £3 reduced, so
Not bad.
that's special.
Awesome. Awesome. And we got Trashy Stars saying, give me some good Ridley Scott films. That's a very good question, True. Alien is definitely up there. That's an amazing Ridley Scott film. Did he direct Gladiator as well? Was that Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
That's
He did,
an amazing film. One of my favourites from last decade, or the decade before, shall I say. Thelma and Louise is also another really good one. Really enjoy that. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate. Just on my laptop, just Wikipedia, mate, to see like his filmography. Only seen a couple of his movies. The ones that I do like is Alien. Really like that movie. Blade Runner, it's all right. Wasn't huge on it, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Probably my favorite of his, the list I've got here, probably The Martian. Most recently, I really like The Martian.
That's a good film. Awesome, good choices, Mike. What about you, Pete?
Right. I'm going to say The Last Duel that came out a couple of years ago. Really enjoyed that one. Blade Runner, Alien. I'm going to say Prometheus as well. I really enjoyed that one. I think that's quite underrated. And Gladiator. Though there's quite a few of his I still need to see, like American Gangster. I really want to check that out.
That's a good film. I'd recommend that, Pete. Really good. Awesome stuff. Great choices there, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, there's loads for me. He's hit and miss for me, but yeah, I like The Duelists. I like Legend. That's a great fantasy movie with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry. Matchstick Men is great with Nicolas Cage.
I've heard that's really good.
Yeah, just all the ones you guys have said. I actually quite liked House of Gucci as well for what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Wasn't bad.
But yeah, Blade Runners and Alien are probably my favourite ones, but yeah, say those as well.
Awesome choices, Andy. Have we got Sam saying, what's everyone's favourite Jack Nicholson film? For me, was Shining, followed by One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. Awesome choices there, Sam. My favourite Jack Nicholson would have to be The Shining, definitely. In my top 10 favourite films of all time. Jack Nicholson's performance in that is just so good. It's one of my favourite performances of all time, and yeah, that film is just so good. I do want to give a quick shout out to A Departed as well. That film is amazing as well. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I haven't seen many Nicholson movies, mate. Definitely some I want to check out, like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I've never seen about. Really want to watch it. For me, same as you, Scott. Definitely The Shining from what I've seen so far.
Awesome, good choice, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I'm going to say A Few Good Men. Really love that film.
Yeah.
Fantastic cast, such intense drama. Definitely his best performance from the 90s. But he's done so many brilliant films.
Definitely, I agree. Awesome choice there, Pete. What about you, Randy?
Yeah, there's loads. You guys have said it with The Shining and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. They're brilliant. But my favourite movie with him in is Batman.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I love As Good as It Gets as well, and I love Mars Attacks. Witches of Eastwick is great as well. Yeah, that's all that comes to mind at the minute.
Right.
Awesome choices, Andy. Some really good films there. And Trashy Stars says favourite Adam Bates.
Who's Alan Bates?
Who's Adam Bates?
Who's that?
I don't know. Anyone else? No.
Let me have a look.
Yeah.
Alan
Bates.
He's an actor.
Oh, cool. I've never heard of him.
No, mate.
Gonna have a quick look and see what he's done quickly.
A lot of the stuff I haven't even heard of, to be honest. Very few films.
Same as you, Pete.
I can honestly say I really haven't heard of any of those.
Yeah.
Sorry, True. We can't help out there, my friends. We got Tom 180 saying who has a better filmography out of Tony Scott and Ridley Scott. I'm gonna go with Tony Scott for me, just because he done films like True Romance and Crimson Tide, which are some of my favourite films ever. To be fair, especially True Romance, that's probably top 30 all time for me. Gary Oldman is amazing in that film, plays a very unrecognisable role in that, and yeah, just fantastic film. Enemy of the State is also incredible as well. So yeah, I'll go with Tony Scott. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, we were talking about Tony Scott last night on the stream. From what I remember. Yeah, mate, I can't decide. Going to be honest, because I've never seen like all their filmographies or like massive majorities of both of them. I've only seen like bits and pieces here and there. So I can't decide, but I am going to watch True Romance over the weekend though. So I'll let you guys know what I think of it.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
I hope you enjoy it, Mike. Yeah, it's great.
Can't be worse than White Men Can't Jump remake, mate. So I'm excited for it.
I promise you, True Romance is better than that.
Yeah.
I hope
Oh,
so,
you
mate.
checked out the remake, did you? I bet it's bad.
Pete, don't do it, mate. Save your time. Yeah, I'm excited though.
Definitely. I think that film is one that I definitely won't be watching anytime soon. So thanks for all the warning, Mike. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome.
And Pete, what about you? Would you prefer out of those
That's
two?
a really good question. I mean, Ridley Scott's made some absolutely brilliant films like Alien and Blade Runner, but Tony Scott, for me, he makes some of the best entertaining films of all time. You've got like Top Gun, True Romance, load of stuff in the 90s, and even his final few films like Unstoppable and Deja Vu. Great action films with great characters you care about. So, me, Tony Scott.
Awesome. Great choice, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, it's hard to choose between the two of them, I think.
Yeah.
Ridley's very hit and miss, but Tony's very entertaining. The movies he makes.
Yeah.
I absolutely love True Romance. I think he did Man on Fire as well.
He did, mate.
Yeah,
good movie.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to choose. It's hard to choose.
Yeah, that's fair. Have we got Ian saying what are your favourite home invasion films?
Oh, good question.
I don't think I've actually said many, to be fair, but I think there's ones like You're Next and stuff like that, but I actually haven't seen any of those. So I can't really say, to be fair. I don't think I've actually watched any, but what about you, Mike?
I think same as you, mate. Yeah, I haven't seen many. Like a couple you mentioned, like You're Next. Definitely, I've got that on Blu-ray back there. Really enjoy that one. I think there was one on Netflix. I can't remember when it was. Is it called Hush? I think it is, when like the main protagonist, she's deaf, and I think like boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, like stalking her outside, trying to get in and stuff. That one was quite good. I like the Strangers as well. I quite enjoyed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure. Really, I haven't seen many.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I'm just having a look on. I said YouTube, Google, and it comes up Don't Breathe. That's a really good one. And I suppose it's come up another one here, and I suppose it is in a way Parasite, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
So I'd say those two. And there's an underrated one on Arrow called I See You. It's like a modern day film that they released, and that's really good.
Yeah, I still need to check on that one out, to be fair. I have heard very good things about it, though. Awesome. Good choices, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah. The only one that comes to mind is Funny Games, the original one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that movie's quite upsetting at the end.
Yeah, I've heard it's quite brutal. Yeah. Good choice, Andy.
Thanks.
And we got Matt H saying, what favourite pizza do you think Pete is having tonight?
I didn't have pizza. I had beans on toast.
Beans on toast.
Courtesy of Network.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Pete, have you had any packages from Network recently? I haven't seen any unboxings, I don't think.
No, not yet. No, I haven't. Not yet. No. I still got to do my review for The Persuaders. That should be coming out next week.
Oh, nice,
Awesome.
mate.
Have we got Ian Hill and a rambling saying, what's your favourite Oliver Reed film?
Ooh.
I can't remember
He
what
was
he's
in-
directed, to be honest.
He was in Gladiator, wasn't he?
He's great in Gladiator. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Reactor. Yeah, I do remember it is now. I'd have to say probably Gladiator, to be fair, because that film's amazing. I really do like Gladiator a lot. What about you, Mike?
Come back to us, mate, because I'm just Wikipediaing him to see what he's been in.
Yeah, no worries,
Don't
Mike. What about you, Pete?
I would have to probably say Gladiator, though he was in Oliver from the 60s, and most recently I've seen him in the Musketeer films, and he was great in them.
Awesome. Good choices, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, he's terrifying as Bill Sykes in Oliver.
He is.
Yeah, Gladiator. I think there was a really over the top action movie he was in. I think it was called Fair Trade in the 80s.
I've not
it was
heard
just
of that
daft
one.
and silly. It was just daft and silly. It's not very good, but yeah, I remember him in that, and Burnt Offerings as well. I remember enjoying that one.
Awesome. Good choices, Andy. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate, just Wikipedia there. The only one I'd seen is Oliver. The guys have mentioned I haven't seen any of his other stuff, so I'll have to go with that one.
No worries, Mike. Awesome choice. And we got Marvellous saying, it makes me think if Matthew Lillard is back on a movie scene, is it possible we could make a comeback for Scream 7, hence finishing the trilogy on a high note? I think that it could happen. I don't know if I want to see it happen. I think if they were to bring it back, it would have to be in Scream 6. I think it seems a bit too late to bring it back now, but we'll see. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily want to see him come back, so to say, but I think with kind of how this new trilogy's been hinting on with like Billy Loomis, of course, which we see in like flashback and reflections and stuff, and like that, I think it's probably possible he's going to come back as like a surprise character. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to it though. I don't think he should, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that. What about you, Pete?
A lot of people do want him back. I mean, yeah, it would kind of be good to see him back, but I think, as Mike said, the way they need to do it is like what they've done with Skeet, with the recent ones, is just having this like a reflection or like a flashback sort of thing. If they brought him back as a killer or something, it just wouldn't work. But then again, the Scream films are getting quite ridiculous. People can get stabbed about 20 times and still get up. So, hey,
That is
anything could
true.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
it's a bit over the top, I must admit.
Mm.
What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I don't think he should come back. It's nothing against Matthew Lillard or anything like that, but I just think for the benefit of the movies, I think his time was done in the first one.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. And we got Marvelous saying, hey, if they do this, I'm a happy fan. I'm not complaining. It's great. He's in Five Nights at Freddy's. Awesome stuff, mate.
Mm.
And we got Sam saying, talking of Oliver Reed, I still need to see Ken Russell's The Devils. I still need to see that as well, Sam. Have you seen that before, Mike?
Never heard of it, mate. It's the first time hearing it.
No worries, Mike. Pete, have you watched it yet?
I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot about it, but nah, probably won't watch it.
No worries, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. To be honest, it's probably one of Ken Russell's best movies, but yeah, I just thought it was okay.
Cool. And we got Gary here. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Good evening, Gary.
And we got Nigel saying, even it doesn't make sense, Matthew Lillard coming back on the big screen on this occasion, I will accept, even if it seems lazy writing or cop out. That's fair enough, mate. I can understand that. And we got by the way, Matthew Lillard is in Five Nights at Freddy's. Awesome. And we got some say, what's everyone's favourite prefab Sprout song? I'm actually not a massive fan of theirs, if I'm being honest. I really don't
Okay.
like many of their songs. What about you, Mike?
Mate, what did they sing? I
They've done
don't
a
even know.
Yeah.
famous song called King of Rock and Roll from the 80s, probably their most famous one.
If I hear the song, mate, I might have heard of it, but off the top of memory, mate, I didn't know who they are.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I'm looking now, and the only one I've heard of is the King of Rock and Roll. I don't mind it, but I've never heard of anything else but the song.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's probably their most popular song, to be fair. What about you, Andy?
Exactly the same as you guys. Just the King of Rock and Roll is the only one I know.
Yeah. You fan of the song?
Yeah, I actually quite like it. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's a bit silly, but yeah, I really do quite like it.
Awesome. Glad you enjoy it, Andy.
Yeah.
And we got Gary saying, I can't see any of the summer blockbusters making more money than Mario, especially Indy 5, that is in big trouble. That's fair enough. I think Top Gun.
I
not
think
Top Gun,
Mission Impossible might have a
Mission,
chance.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that might.
make
That's gonna rake some money in. I think.
I think you know what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if Barbie makes a lot of money as well, though, with how that's been marketed, stars and that.
I could see that one hitting $1 billion because there's a lot of hope for that.
Right.
Yeah, that can make a lot of money, for sure, definitely.
It'll be interesting to see how Oppenheimer performs as well. To be honest.
Yeah, I think that
that's
could do
coming
well.
out the same day.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. And we got Matt H saying White Men Can't Jump doesn't need a remake. The original is such a great film. Yeah, I agree.
It's true.
And we got Sam saying sad news about Andy Walk from the Smiths. Johnny Marr posted a tribute poster today. Yeah, that is really sad news, definitely.
Very sad news.
Yeah, that really upset me earlier because I'm a massive fan of the Smiths and he was a great bass player for sure. What's your thoughts on the Smiths, Mike?
Yeah, I can't say I'm a huge fan, but definitely my thoughts are with Andy Rourke's family. Like, awful news, mate.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. What about you, Pete?
Yeah, very sad news. Very talented member of the Smiths, but thoughts are with his family.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, just echoing what you guys have said. It's sad news. I'm not a massive fan of them, but there are songs by them that I really do like. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Ian saying, what are your favourite folk horror films? What would you guys class as folk horror? Is that
Like
stuff like
The Wicker Man?
Oh, okay.
Maybe Midsummer as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Midsummer. That's the one I was thinking of, not bloody Hereditary.
Well, to be fair, mate, on Google, Hereditary's on that list, so you could go with that one, I guess.
Cool.
It says on here that Sleepy Hollow's a folk horror, and I suppose it is. Yeah, I'll say Sleepy Hollow as well as The Wicker Man for me.
Parts of like Macbeth as well, I think I'd class as folk horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the witches.
So
that's fair. Yeah, I can get that. I think my favourite's probably either The Wicker Man or Hereditary. Both amazing films. Both fairly different, but like them both a lot. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I had to Google it as well, so I'm gonna go definitely Wicker Man #1, and I think number 2, kind of one that's just like a fun movie. Have you guys seen The Ritual? I think it's from like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
I haven't seen that.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Has it got Rafe Spall in it, I think?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah.
Alright, fun movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the monster and that's got a weird design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix as well if you guys haven't seen it.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out soon, to be fair. Good choice, Mike. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, the Wicker Man or Midsummer for me.
Awesome. Good choices. And we got David Beach here. Hello, mate. Saying good evening, guys. This is going to be a good evening with you, you all. Scott always does amazing live streams. Thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate that. And we got Sam saying, talking of folk horror, we watched Enzi's Men from Mark Jenkins last night. Very strange and daunting at times, but very well done. Sopomorph film from Jenkins. Love his first film, Bait, as well. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed them, Sam. I have heard very good things about both films. I haven't checked them out yet, but they are films that I do plan to check out soon. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, heard of both films, mate, but I don't know anything really about them, so no, I've never seen them.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I've heard a lot of people talk about this Ennis Men film. Came out this year, didn't it? Recently come out on physical.
I believe so,
So
yeah.
I've heard some good things about it. I've heard it's very out there, but I may give it a go.
Awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've heard of both of them, but I haven't seen either of them. Yeah.
No worries. And we got Jackson saying, are we excited for any films from the Cannes Film Festival? The big one for me is The Zone of Interest. Jonathan Glazer's first film in years, and I love Under the Skin. Oh, that's cool. Awesome stuff. I don't know anything that's at the Cannes Film Festival, if I'm being completely honest, so I can't really say, unfortunately. What about you, Mike?
I don't know any of them, mate. I'm going to quickly Google them, see if there's any titles that I recognise, but at the minute, I don't know any of them, mate.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I think there's a Johnny Depp film being premiered there. It's like a French film or something. I think he plays like a previous like king or something. And that looks pretty good. So I'd say that, and obviously Indiana Jones is playing there as well. Not overly hyped for it, but intrigued to see it nevertheless.
Awesome. Good choices there, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't follow it enough to give a comment on it, I'm afraid.
No worries, Andy. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate, none particularly that I'm looking through this list that I'd be attracted to. One I did see that I know of is Asteroid City, I think it said, to play in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'd be intrigued by that one.
Definitely. Good choice there, Mike. Have we got Trashy Stars saying, what's your favourite ELO song? Oh, that's a good question.
Did they sing Electric Dreams, or am I wrong?
No, that was Phil Oakey.
Probably wrong, mate. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm out.
No worries, Mike. They did do Mr. Blue Sky, which is a song you might recognise from them.
Right, I know that one.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them, mate. So sorry. Definitely
no worries.
There, like.
Oh, this is tough for me because I really like quite a few of their albums. But I'm going to go with maybe Don't Bring Me Down or Hold On Tight to Your Dreams. Those are two songs that I really do enjoy. I think they're a lot of fun. What about you, Pete?
They've done a lot of great songs. You've got Hold On Tight, Mr. Blue Sky, even though it is very overplayed, Living Thing, All Over the World. I think they did one called When I Was a Boy, and that's quite an underrated song. I like that one.
I think I know that one. Yeah, I haven't heard that one in years, to be fair.
Oh, and Roll Over Beethoven. I think they done that as well.
They did, yeah, I know that one. Awesome choices, Pete. Some really good songs there. What about you, Andy?
Your mine's probably Sweet Talking Woman.
Oh, that's a really good song.
I hate Mr. Blue Sky.
Yes. That's all right, no worries. We got Marvelous saying, what's the difference on the Megan Unseen edition? Have they really added anything new? I'm not too sure, if I'm being honest, because I haven't seen a theatrical, so I can't really compare the two. But I did really enjoy the film Megan. Thought it was a decent movie. Thought it was quite a cool concept. And yeah, I've had some good kills in it as well. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I've seen a theatrical edition, mate. I thought it was okay. I'll be intrigued to see what they do with, because I believe they've announced a sequel.
Right.
I'm not sure. Do any of you guys own on physical media or not?
I do. I own the uncut version of it. Yeah, the unseen edition.
Yeah, I don't know what the differences are. I think it's more kills and blood and stuff. I might be wrong. I'm not sure.
I believe it is. Yeah.
All right.
What about you, Pete?
Haven't seen the film, but yeah, I just heard it's got like CGI blood added to it and probably one or two extra kills.
Yeah. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've only seen the theatrical one because I've only seen it once, and that was when it was out at the cinema. I've got it on Blu-ray, but I haven't got around to rewatching it yet.
That's fair enough. We got Gary saying a soundtrack CD is always a good inclusion in a special edition set. I do agree with that, definitely.
That's what was missing from the Drive set, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
We got Jackson saying They Live is great as a Pole side major. I really love all the social commentary and subtext. Awesome stuff, mate. Glad you enjoy it. We got Ian Hill with Rambling saying, what are your favourite films with Diana Riggin?
On Her Majesty's Secret Service and Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really good choice. Just going to quickly look up her filmography on Letterboxd. What about you, Mike?
I'm literally just doing the same thing as you, mate. From what Andy said, I think the only one I've seen is Last Night in Soho. So I'm going to have to go with that one.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Last Night in Soho, she was in the 80s version of Evil Under the Sun, Theatre of Blood with Vincent Price, and wasn't she in a Muppets film as well? I'm sure she popped up in one of the Muppets films.
You might be right there. I can't remember which one, though.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, but I'm sure she was in one of them. And obviously the TV series The Avengers as Emma Peel.
Awesome, good choices, Pete. I think the only film I've seen of hers is Last Night in Soho as well, so I'd have to go with that one as well.
Right.
We got Trashy Stars saying thoughts on John Carpenter's Vampires. I have not seen that film yet, actually, but I did pick it up recently, and I'm very excited to check it out before the end of the month, so I can talk about it in my next pickups video. Very much looking forward to watching it. What about you, Mike?
Same as you, mate. I've never seen it. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if Andy or Mike Cinema Axeman spoke about it on Pete's stream before. I might be wrong, but I think they said it was good, from what I remember.
Oh, awesome. Good stuff. What about you, Pete?
Seen it before. Great mix of like vampire with a bit of Western. It feels like John Carpenter's Western. Really do enjoy it. James Wood in it is just brilliant. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I've got the Indicator Blu-ray and do want to watch it again soon.
Awesome. Glad you enjoy it. And Andy, you're a fan of it as well.
Yeah, I really like it. It's probably the last good John Carpenter film. The opening to it is great. The practical effects are fantastic, and it's just the opening is so much fun. Really creative.
Isn't one of the Baldwins in it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thought so.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a cool movie. Yeah, I do enjoy it.
Awesome, good stuff. We've got Trashy Star saying, do you lads used to collect any Lego, and what's your favourite sets? I think I did used to get Lego when I was younger. Can't remember what sets they were, to be honest, but really long time ago now since I've played with Lego. But what about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate. So I used to have Lego as a kid, and then about 6-7 years ago, I used to work for the company themselves.
Awesome.
So yeah, mate. As you guys can see, I've got like the Lego DeLorean in the background. So yeah, big fan of Lego, mate. I'll leave it at that.
Awesome. Great stuff, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I used to have a couple of sets when I was a kid, but I think they were really, really basic sets. For me, it was always about the Lego video games like Lego Star Wars, Batman, and Pirates of the Caribbean, stuff like that for me.
Awesome, great choices there, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've got a fair few sets. I've got like the Simpsons house and the Quickie Mart.
Nice.
I've got the Aston Martin from Goldfinger. Got the Batmobile and the Batwing from the '89 Batman. I've got the Millennium Falcon and the Death Star as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's mint.
We got Ian saying Diana Rigg was a Yorkshire lass born in Doncaster.
Wow.
Awesome. We got Dawn of a Discoholic here. Hello, mate. saying, "Hi guys, really enjoying the stream and get well soon." Nigel, yeah, definitely hope he gets better soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got going off saying Disney have removed the Willow series and a few other shows.
No loss. It was shit. The Willow series. Didn't like it at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they made like one. They've been making some of these series where it's like one seasons and then they cancel it, and I just don't get why.
It wouldn't surprise me if this Full Monty series will be the same as well.
Right.
Yeah. I do want to check that out though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going
I'll
to
give
watch
that a
it,
go.
but I
I
haven't
love
got
the
much
film.
hope for it.
Yeah.
The film's
mate.
great.
Film's great. Yeah.
90s comedy classic for sure.
It
Right.
is.
And we got Tom 180 saying, "Got to go now, guys. I'll watch the rest on catch up. Hopefully, you have a good one." No worries, Tom. Thank
Thanks,
you so
man.
much
Thanks,
for stopping
mate.
by.
Cheers, Tom.
Really appreciate it. We got Ian Hill saying, "I love Last Night in Soho, our last film. Definitely
Yeah.
fantastic film."
Brilliant film.
And we got Trashy Stars saying, "What a filming, great music, unsettling nature, and a blonde lass with stunning Anya Taylor-Wood."
Yeah.
And we got Gary saying, "Evening, Pete."
Hey, Gary.
And we got Nigel saying, Pete, I'm so glad hope you're on, hope you're well."
Hey, what? This is Minhalju, is it?
It is, yeah. He's had to make a new account so he could get
Oh,
the
hi,
comments
mate.
in.
Hope you're well.
Definitely. And we got Andy's like stuff here. Hello,
Right.
mate. Saying, "Hi, lads, the Kick-Ass Steelbook looks great. What are your thoughts on the second Kick-Ass and the director's movies overall, X-Men First Class, etc.?" I do really like the second Kick-Ass movie. It was a film that I grew up watching when I was younger. Always really, really enjoyed it. I think I slightly prefer it over the first one as well. I think it's a solid movie. As for the director, I do quite enjoy his films. X-Men First Class is a really good X-Men film. One of my favourites in the franchise. So yeah, really enjoy his stuff. What about you, Mike?
Come back to us, mate, because I'm going to check out the director and see what other works he's done.
No worries, mate. What about you, Pete?
Really do like the first Kick-Ass film. Think it's a brilliant film. The second one, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it does have its moment. There's some good action scenes in it. Jim Carrey's in it. I can remember when the film came out, there was a bit of a fallout with him because he distanced himself from the film, I think, didn't he?
I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think
Yeah,
it was
it's like-
something to do with the violence in it or something. I think he wasn't too happy
Oh,
with.
right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do remember that.
Yeah. What I remember most about the second one was there was like this big Russian lady, and she was absolutely terrifying in the second
Yeah,
one.
she is pretty menacing in that film, though, for sure.
The director of X-Men First Class, is that Matthew Bourne, who did the Kingsman films?
I
It
believe
is,
it
yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say Kingsman, and I'm pretty certain he did Layer Cake. That was quite a good film.
He's done
Yeah,
some
he
pretty
did,
good
yeah.
films, to be fair. Awesome stuff, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I do like the Kick-Ass movies. I do prefer the first one. Yeah, I absolutely love X-Men First Class. That's such a great film. And so is the first Kingsman. I don't mind the second one either, but the first one I think is the best one.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. Awesome stuff, Andy. Mike, what about you?
Yeah, mate. So I just googled them before. So yeah, really love the first one. Obviously got it on physical, so I really love it. Second one I haven't seen in a long time, so I don't remember a lot about it. And like Andy said, X-Men First Class, great movie, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. One of my favourites.
Mm.
And we got Andy saying, "I watched Species 1 and 2 yesterday. Remember them back in the day. Second one is a lot worse than I remember. What's your thoughts on the films? There's a third one as well, I think. Isn't there a fourth one as well? Didn't
There's
they do
4.
four?
Yeah, there's 4.
Thought there was. I haven't seen any of them, unfortunately, but I've heard the first one is a lot of fun, so I do really want to check it out at some point. What about you, Mike?
Same as you, mate. Haven't seen any of them.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
Only seen the first one. Really do like it. It's quite a cheesy film, but it's got a fantastic cast in it. And wow, Alfred Molina, you lucky bastard in that film.
Yeah, he is.
Awesome stuff, Pete. And Andy, what's your thoughts on the Species movies?
Yep, seen all 4 of them. None of them are particularly good, but the first one is definitely the most entertaining. It's really enjoyable. Got a great cast. The second one's, I was expecting to hate it, but going into it, I actually thought it was all right. 3 and 4 just avoid. Yeah. There's nothing redeemable about them. They're not even that bad. They're good. You know, they're just awful.
Wow.
Straight up awful.
Wow.
I can imagine that, to be fair. I've heard they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Have we got Matt H saying, aren't they making a sequel to Gladiator? I think they are.
Yep.
Yeah. From
Not
what I've
really
heard,
too sure if it's needed, if I'm being honest. I think it works perfectly fine the way it is on its own.
It's a perfect one-off film. It's like too late anyway to do a sequel. But I must admit, the cast they're getting for it, they've got a pretty stacked cast.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Hopefully it'll be good then. We'll have to see. We've got Trashy Stars saying, do you guys ever check out the special features on your films? To be honest, I don't check them out much, if I'm being honest. But I did used to check out special features when I was younger quite a bit. And yeah, they could be quite entertaining for sure. What about you, Mike?
Same as you, mate. I think odd releases I'll check out little bits and pieces, but I really want to start getting into like audio commentaries. So I'll probably tend to check out more of them once I start doing that.
Awesome. Sounds good to me. What about you, Pete?
When I was a kid, I used to love watching special features, especially anything to do with the Star Wars and the Pirates of the Caribbean films. I used to watch the special features over and over again. But honestly, recently, I haven't really checked them out a lot, only if it's a film that I really, really like. But I don't really check out commentaries. I don't think I've ever properly sat down and listened to one. So probably that's something I could do in the future.
Yeah, definitely sounds good. What about you, Randy?
Yeah, there was a time when I used to when DVDs came out, because they all had like, I used to love watching the trailer for the movie, because that was like a special feature, the trailer. But yeah, not so much nowadays. I've watched, there's one documentary I've watched that was a special feature, and that was for Fright Night, which was fantastic.
Awesome.
But yeah, other than that, I don't tend to watch them. It depends how much I like the film and want to find out more about the film.
Right.
But yeah, I don't do it for everything.
No, that's fair. I can understand that, definitely. And we got Jackson saying House of Gucci is a bit underrated as well. I really like the first hour, but it falls off for me after that. Fair enough, mate. And we got Ryan Swells here. Hello,
Hey,
mate.
Ryan.
Hope you're doing well. Saying, are you guys looking forward to Fast X? I've seen it today, and never have I been so bored with such a high energy film. Vin Diesel plays pinball with a bomb. That's your thing,
Oh, wow.
Fair enough. We have spoken about this quite a lot already tonight, to be fair. But Pete, you looking forward to watching it?
You know what, I am. I mean, these films, I like the first one. It is like Point Break with cars. I like the second one as well. Is it like the Tokyo Drift one? Wasn't a big fan of it, but when they start to get silly, they're just fun popcorn films. And yeah, the ninth one, they went into space and they done really stupid things, but you know what you expect them with them. They're harmless, they're fun, and they're good entertainment. So yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Awesome. Sounds good to me. And we got Josh saying, I hated House of Gucci. Joe Adato's Mario performance was the only entertaining thing about it for me.
Yeah.
Fair enough, Josh.
No,
have you seen it before, Pete?
I haven't seen it before, no. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. I think it is on Amazon Prime, but isn't it like nearly 3 hours long?
I think it might be, yeah. Have we got Trashy Stars saying it's Pete? You okay?
Yeah, hey mate, I'm okay.
Awesome. Have we got Andy saying Witches of Eastwick, great cast for women.
Quality film.
I still need to watch it actually, but I have heard really good things about it. To be fair, looking forward to watching that at some point.
Same as you, mate. I've heard like you guys talk about it a lot, and like on Pete's stream, Andy's mentioned it as well. So,
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like the Tim Burton movie. Tim Burton never directed,
Oh,
What?
right.
There.
But-
It does feel
Yeah.
like a Burton film.
even though it's a George Miller film. It does
Mm.
very much feel like a Tim Burton film.
Wow.
In fact, I'd say it's very, very close to Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out, definitely.
Mhm.
Have we got Nigel saying, I love my sci-fi movies, but I've been intrigued by the original Total Recall. Can't believe I haven't seen that one. Is that any good, actually? I've been living under a rock. No worries, mate. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, Total Recall, the original, is absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favourite Arnie movies. It's got a really cool concept, and I think the effects really, really hold up. And yeah, it's just a really fun film. Really, really enjoy it. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more, mate. Definitely a fun movie. I wasn't huge on the remake by Nigel, so if you're gonna watch it, watch the original.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Pete?
Fantastic Paul Verhoeven film. So many great practical effects. Great cast there with Arnie in, Sharon Stone,
Right.
Michael Ironside as well, I think, is in it.
Yeah.
Brilliant film.
Awesome stuff, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I absolutely adore it. Love it. It's brilliant. It's the best sci-fi 80s movie made in the 90s. It's just
Yeah.
fantastic. Absolutely love it. The Jerry Goldsmith score in it's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Nice,
definitely.
yeah.
The action in it is great. The violence in it is over the top. Love it. It's brilliant.
Awesome. We got Gary saying Total Recall is one of Arnold's best. Yes, I do agree.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And we got someone saying, would you class Martyrs as a home invasion film? I'm not too sure if I'm being honest. It's quite brutal, but not sure if I would class it as a home invasion film. Anyone else seen Martyrs before?
Nah.
I've heard of it but not seen it.
That's
I've heard
fair
it's a
enough.
bit of a rough watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. So yeah, but just be prepared before going into watching that one, definitely. And we got Marvel fan here. Hello, mate.
Hey,
Hope
man.
you're doing well. Saying hi, everyone. How's you? Where's Nigel? He's not very well, unfortunately, so he couldn't make it tonight. But hopefully he'll be back next week. We got Gary saying favourite Oliver Reed films: The Devils and Revolver. Awesome, good choices there. You seen either of those before, Mike?
No, mate. Never seen them.
No worries. Pete?
Haven't even heard of Revolver before.
It's not the Guy Ritchie film, is it? Or is it another one? I'm not sure.
I think the Guy Ritchie one might have come out after Oliver Reed died.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, I don't know if there's an earlier one.
Yeah, I'm really not sure myself.
Yeah, this one's 1973 on Google. Directed by Sergio Solomon, I think that's how you say it. I have no idea, mate.
No, I'm not too sure either. We got Trashy Stars saying I don't see a lot of people get books with their limited editions. Do you guys read them? No, I don't read many of them. If I'm being honest, to be fair, I don't read much at all. But they do look quite nice, to be fair, some of the books that you do get with a special edition. So maybe I'll have to read through some of them at some point, definitely. But what about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate, I read over certain ones as long as it's like got like a lot of interesting facts and stuff in. Because some of them you get just like says like the character name and just a description, and I'm just like, I don't really need to read that when I've watched the movie. But yeah, if it's got interesting facts, I usually read those ones.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. What about you, Pete?
Once I've watched the film, yes, I tend to do. The Arrow ones are great. The 101 release of Ghostwatch, that was a really good booklet. And you also got a replica of the script as well, if I'm not mistaken. And some of the 88 ones give really good booklets just lately. And of course, how can I forget Network? Not a plug. They do some great booklets too.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. What about you,
Oh,
Andy?
that bloody screensaver.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just had a really itchy eye.
That's a great screensaver, mate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh man.
What about you, Andy? Do you read any of your limited editions?
Not particularly. No. I'm just not a massive reader. That's just probably why. But
Yeah.
I think you get like novelized versions of the films. I think with some of the second sight releases, like that Picnic at Hanging Rock came with
Yeah, you
one,
get
and
one with that
the
one.
Dawn of the Dead one looks really nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm.
And we got Marvelous St. Pete, by the way, it's me, Nigel. Hope you're doing okay.
Hey, Minhaju.
We got Marvel fans saying, has anybody seen Fast X? If so, what your thoughts? We haven't seen it yet,
No.
mate, but some of us are excited to check out and some of us are not so excited. And we got True Action Star saying, have you tried any candy food what they sell at HMV? I didn't even know they sold any to HMV, to be fair. Did any of you guys know that?
I know they sell that kind of stuff because they usually, like, when I go looking in, they usually have, like, say, like, anime and, like, bottles of pop themes. I don't know, it's from Japan or something. But never tried it.
No worries, Pete.
We used to have a place in our town that used to sell all this American stuff, and they charged like really expensive prices. And now it's all in HMV. Some of the ones I've been into, they sell quite a lot of food, but I've never tried any of it. It's too expensive. It was like £4 for a Kit Kat. I'd rather buy some chocolate from the supermarket.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Andy?
No, I've never tried any of it.
No worries. I can understand that.
Yeah.
And we got Nigel saying, what will everybody be watching soon at cinemas? For me, it's probably going to be Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I think that's the one I'm most excited to check out. Looks awesome. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, so tomorrow, mate, tomorrow morning, I'm going to go see that Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, what we talked about before. After that, I'm not sure. I don't think there seems to be many movies coming out for the rest of the month, I don't think. So
Not off the top of my head, I don't think there is, no.
Yeah, mate, so that's the next one for me anyway.
Awesome, good choice, Mike. What about you, Pete?
Gotta be Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, definitely, it's going to be awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, Dead Reckoning as well, and then I think in a couple of weeks we get The Flash.
Oh,
right,
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. And we got Sam saying, what's everyone's favourite Will Ferrell film?
Ooh.
For me, it has to be Stranger Than Fiction. Very underrated film. I still need to see that, but I've heard really good things about that one. It's probably not his best film, but I do really like A Night at Roxbury. I think that's a really fun comedy film from the late 90s. It's got some really great sort of like 90s dance, club music in it. It just really fits the tone of the movie really well, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go with that one. What about you, Mike?
So same as you, mate. I've never seen Stranger Than Fiction. Never actually seen A Night at the Roxbury either. I would say Daily Nights, if I've got that correctly. I really like that one. Step Brothers, I'm a fan of as well, but
that's
I don't
a
know
good film.
Yeah, mate. I don't know if I have a specific favourite though. But I like those two probably the most.
Awesome, good choices, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I'm not the hugest fan of Will Ferrell, but I don't mind him in the Anchorman films. He was also in Lego Movie as well, and I'm sure he popped up in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He was quite funny in that.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Good choices, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I think Anchorman definitely sort of like captures his humor. Like if you'd never seen a Will Ferrell film and someone said, "What's his humor like?" I'd say, "Watch Anchorman." But the one I always watch at Christmas is Elf.
That's a good one.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Awesome, good choices, Andy. Have we got Ian L saying, what's your favourite comedy duo films?
Wow, okay.
Got to be Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder for me. Those two are absolutely fantastic. Love all of their films, Silver Streak, Stir Crazy, and what's the other one? See No Evil, Hear No Evil. That's hilarious. One of my favourite comedies of the 80s. So yeah, I'll go with those two. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, mate, I haven't seen many comedy duo movies. I've seen See No Evil, Hear No Evil, which I enjoy. I guess comedy duo like Step Brothers, I mentioned before, like him and John C. Reilly, I enjoy, but I don't have any particular favourites, mate.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I will probably have to say Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. I have seen a few. Is it? Laurel and Hardy. There you go. That's on there. I don't mind them too.
Awesome. Good choice, Pete. What about you, Randy?
I might have to go with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
That's a good choice. I forgot about them too.
Yeah, me too.
What's your favourite film from those two, Randy?
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
For me.
Awesome. Good
Followed
choice.
closely by Hot Fuzz.
Yeah. Same here. Have we got Trashy Stars saying, give me an underrated Michael Caine film? That's a good question. I feel like most of the films that I've seen from Michael Caine are the popular ones, but maybe Battle of Britain, I would say that's the one that maybe is the most underrated out of the ones that I have seen, but then again, it is still quite a popular film. But what about you, Mike?
I haven't seen many of his films, mate. The ones I've seen, he's mainly been like a supporting role than the actual lead role. I wouldn't say it's underrated, but one I'd say I enjoyed from like a couple of years back now was it Going in Style? I think
that's a good
film.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's underrated, but I quite enjoyed that one.
Good choice, Mike. Really do enjoy that film. What about you, Pete?
I can think of a couple. You've got The Black Windmill. That was like a 70s political thriller. That was pretty good. Cool. What else was it now? Cool. Going in Style. I like that one. That came out quite recently with Morgan Freeman, and I think Alan Arkin was in it.
Yeah.
And there's one from, I think it's late 90s, early 2000s, him and Bob Hoskins, and I think Helen Mirren was in it, called Last Orders. That was really good.
Awesome, good choices, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, mine would be a film called The Man Who Would Be King, from the 70s with Sean Connery. It's an awesome movie. It's like they're like these two soldiers that I think they stumble across this land, and the people that live there have never seen a white person, and they think like Sean Connery is like a god, and he kind of like rolls with it and goes with it, and there's like some bad consequences, but I really like it. It's a really awesome movie.
Awesome, great choice, Andy. And we got Nigel saying your streams and Pete's have helped me through so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, mate. That really means a lot. Glad we could help out. Definitely.
Always here for you.
Definitely. And we got Gary saying The Ritual was a good movie, very underrated. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, man, fun movie.
Definitely. And we got Sam saying Youth is one of my favourite films ever, and that is starring Michael Caine. I absolutely love Get Carter, Proud to Live Nearby, where it was filmed, hence Newcastle. Also Life Beach too. Awesome stuff. Haven't seen Youth. Haven't even heard of that one, to be fair, but have you seen either of those before, Mike?
No, I've heard of Get Carter. Never seen it, but obviously I live in Durham, so not too far from Newcastle, so once I see that I might be able to be like, oh yeah, I remember like that place in Newcastle and stuff. So, but no, never seen them.
No worries, Mike. Yeah, Get Carter's amazing film. I think you'd really enjoy that, to be fair.
And didn't they do a remake?
Yeah, with Sylvester Stallone,
Yeah.
Is that any good?
Not watched it.
No, I wasn't the biggest fan.
No. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Like it's not
right. I'll stick with the Michael Caine one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, lads. Take that.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
Haven't even heard of Youth before, so I'll have to check that one out. But Get Car, absolutely love it. One of the best British films of all time, and that recent BFI box set was absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree. That was a beautiful set. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've heard of Youth, but not seen it, and yeah, Get Carter's great.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Nigel saying you have my immense support and this applies to all you guys. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate
Thank you,
that.
man. Appreciate it.
And we've got Alex from Rock and Roll Hell here. Hello,
Hey,
mate.
man.
Hope you're doing well. We got Nigel saying Mike. Hope Nigel a speedy and smooth recovery. Definitely, mate. That was
Certainly.
yeah, definitely. And we got Nigel saying, I was wondering, would you guys have me on one of your live streams in the future? I'm just a bit camera shy. Yeah, would be cool to have you on in the future at some point, for sure, mate. Definitely. Have we got Movies and Train Studios here? Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, mate.
And we've got Ian L saying, what's your favourite studio album by the Beatles? Oh, I'm going to choose Revolver. I love so many songs on that album. Eleanor Rigby's great. Tomorrow Never Knows is probably my favourite song by the Beatles, and yeah, just such a cool psychedelic song from the 60s. So yeah, I'll go with Revolver. What about you, Mike?
So maybe a bit of a hot take, mate, but I'm not a huge fan of the Beatles. But I will say I like some of their songs. I will say that, but yeah, not being a huge fan, mate. I don't really have a favourite album.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I do like Abbey Road, Let It Be, and also like, is it Please Please Me? I like that one as well.
Yeah. Good choices, Pete. All great albums. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, it's always a coin toss for me between the White Album and Rubber Soul. I can never really decide. I just like both of them.
Yeah, both great albums, great choices there. And we got Nigel saying, what's everyone's hype level for The Flash? My excitement for it buzzing through the roof. Awesome, mate. Glad you're looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a cool film. I'm quite excited to watch it. Going to be great to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. I think it's going to be a really solid film. What about you, Mike?
Same as you, mate. Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Awesome. What about you, Pete?
I think I've kept my hype in reserve for this one because of like some of the DC stuff has been disappointing over the past couple of years, but all the positive feedback about it has got me excited for it, especially to see Michael Keaton back. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Glad you're looking forward to it. And what about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just more excited to see Keaton back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I can understand that, definitely. And we've got Sam saying his favourite Beatles albums are Rubber Soul and Abbey Road, amazing albums. Yeah, I agree, definitely. And we got Ian saying, what was the first film you saw at a cinema? I was 5 years old. My dad took me to see Zulu. It seemed to always be on at a cinema. Awesome stuff, mate. I think the first film I watched at a cinema was Monsters v Aliens back in 2009 in 3D. That was a really cool film to see at a cinema. I really enjoyed the 3D experience as well. It was back then I thought it was an absolutely incredible film. Really enjoyed that film. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I think as far as my memory goes, but I mean, I could have seen maybe some early before this time. I think it was 1999 Phantom Menace, as far as I remember.
Awesome. Good film. What about you, Pete?
Yeah.
It was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban at Butlins, of all places.
Awesome stuff, Pete. What about you, Andy?
I think mine was Nightmare Before Christmas back in 1993.
Wow.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Definitely. Got Dawn of a Discordec saying, okay, everyone, what's your favourite Anthony Hopkins movies? Good question. For me, it would have to be probably Silence of the Lambs. That's an amazing film, one of my favourite films of the 90s. Just really, really cool film. Great performances all round and a really engaging story. It keeps you hooked from start to finish. The Father as well, even though it's really emotional and quite upsetting, that is an absolutely amazing film. And the performance from Anthony Hopkins in that is so, so good. What about you, Mike?
Yeah. I was just about to say, mate, most recent movies of his, definitely The Father, 100%. I'm yet to see Silence of the Lambs. I'm dying to, don't get us wrong. Haven't seen it yet. But really like Hannibal as well.
Hannibal's a really good film, definitely. What about you, Pete?
Silence of the Lambs. He's been in the Thor films as well. Elephant Man and Bram Stoker's Bram.
You're lucky I don't have the bell end buzzer.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be it.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. There you go.
What a bell end! Oh dear.
Oh, Andy, perfect time for that buzzer, mate. Perfect time, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that film you mentioned, The Elephant Man, is one that I forgot about. That film is absolutely incredible. I love The Elephant Man as well. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, The Father, Silence of the Lambs, Dracula. I really enjoyed The World's Fastest Indian as well. That's a great movie.
Oh, not into that one, but sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, The Mask of Zorro, I really enjoy.
Oh yeah, he's in that.
Yeah, just trying to think what else. There's one called Magic, where he plays
I've heard of that one.
Where he plays a ventriloquist. Sorry, Pete.
Wow.
But yeah, it's The Elephant Man. There's loads.
Yeah, he's a great actor, definitely. And we've got Ian Hill saying another of the Hammer releases have some great special features with great documentaries. Yeah, definitely, I agree. We've got Nigel saying I miss Nigel. Could definitely feel his absence. Yeah, definitely, we all miss Nigel, but hopefully it'll be better for next week. Definitely.
Yeah.
We got Ian Hill saying the Studio Canal releases are very good. Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah.
Got Sam saying a very underrated Sean Connery film is Finding Forrester. I would love to see that get a Blu-ray release over here. Awesome stuff, mate. I'm not seen that one before, but I think I've heard of it. Yeah, if it's Sean Connery, I would love to check it out as well. What about you, Mike?
Same as you, mate. Yeah, never heard of this one. First time hearing it.
No worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
The name rings a bell, but I haven't seen it.
No worries, Pete. Andy?
Yeah, I've seen it. There's not really a whole lot I remember about it, but I did remember liking it when I watched it the first time. I think it's got Anna Paquin in it as well.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Definitely.
Got Sai saying, is there a film you wish got a sequel? For me, I'd love Tango and Cash 2. Yes, that would have been awesome. Definitely. I'm actually going to go with The Burning. I would have loved to have seen a sequel to The Burning. I think that could have really worked. Really, really cool film, the first one. And yeah, I think if they'd got a bigger budget and more gore, it could have been a really great sequel if they made it. So yeah, I'll go with The Burning. What about you, Mike?
Okay, so one that kind of comes off top of my mind in terms of like the cliffhanger ending to an extent, how it ends. I would say, but I don't know if the sequel will be any good. The Truman Show, just with like how that ended, I was like, obviously no spoilers for anyone who's seen it, but just how it ends, I was like, so what happens next? You know, it's always one of those Lisa play in your mind kind of thing. So I would have liked to see a sequel. I don't know if it would have been good though.
Awesome, good choice, Mike. What about you, Pete?
I can think of two. Salt with Angelina Jolie. Really enjoyed that when that came out, and didn't do well at the box office, never got a sequel. And the Tintin one had a great group of people behind and front of the camera. They were going to do several films, but again, didn't do well at the box office. Would love to see sequels to the pair of them.
Yeah, that would have been cool, definitely. What about you, Randy?
Yeah, for me, the obvious one is Dread.
Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, I would have loved these. These are the best movies, but I would have liked to have seen a sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie because that ended on a cliffhanger. Yeah, weirdly, yeah, I would have. But and Masters of the Universe as well.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because that movie has an after credit scene where it leaves it on a cliffhanger. Well, yeah.
Awesome, good choices, Andy. And we got Sai saying I watched Sisu yesterday and what an absolute blast. Highly recommend it. I have heard a lot of good things about this film actually. It's been talked about quite a lot recently, so yeah, I'll definitely have to give this film a go at some point. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, really looking forward to it, mate. Like I like the John Wick movies, and I heard it's like a Western John Wick, so to say. So yeah, definitely intrigued. I don't think it's been out in UK cinemas yet, though. If I'm mistaken, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it hasn't. Yeah, yeah, pretty sure it hasn't. What about you, Pete?
Yeah, I keep hearing a lot of positive things about it. I need to check out the trailer first, but yeah, I'd like to see it if it's like a John Wick action film.
Awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I've not heard of it. I don't know anything what it's about really.
No worries. We got Marvel fans saying the only Will Ferrell movies I like is Elf and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. But I recommend you watch the deleted scenes of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Awesome stuff, mate. I'll definitely have to check those out. And we got David Beach saying Michael Caine, one of the best actors in Hollywood and still going today, 90 years old. Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Got David Beach saying one of the great best actors, definitely.
Yeah.
And Simon Robson saying Educating Rita is a good Michael Caine movie. That is a very good Michael Caine film.
I like that movie.
Really enjoyed. Yeah. Awesome film. And we got Keith from Euphoric Pictures. Hello, mate.
Hey, Keith.
Well.
Hey, Keith.
And we got Sai saying the first cinema experience for me it was Pete's Dragon in 77.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's cool.
I haven't seen that film before, but we'd like to check it out definitely. What about you, Mike?
I haven't seen it. I've seen the live action one, though the Disney one they did years ago. I think I remember thinking it was all right, but haven't revisited since, and definitely want to check out the original.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Pete?
I've seen the animated original. Well, it's animated with like real actors, isn't it? Many years ago when I was a kid. Can't remember much about it. Did see the remake about a few years ago as well, and yeah, weren't too bad actually. Quite underrated.
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, Pete. What about you, Bandy?
Yeah, seen them both. I think they're both okay. I don't think they're amazing, but I just think they are what they are.
We got Sai saying closely followed by Star Wars. Awesome. And we got Marvel fans saying hello to Keith. Got Sai Robson saying the world's fastest Indian is a great movie. Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm looking forward to watching that. Sounds really good. Got Marvel fans saying when is Terence coming back onto your stream again, Pete?
Not long to wait. Wednesday night, Marvel fan.
Oh, awesome. Be great to chat to Terence for the first time because I don't think I've spoken to him much before, to be fair, so it'd be awesome.
It's been a little while since we've had him on the stream, so it'd be great to get back to chatting to him. It's been a while.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Ian L saying which TV series had great films at a cinema. Mine would be the two Peter Cushing Doctor Who films and the X-Files Fight for the Future, but not the second one. I can't think of any off the top of my head, if I'm being honest, unfortunately. Not anything that springs to mind. What about you, Mike?
Exact same as you, mate. I was actually literally just started Googling it. I can't think of any, mate. You may have to come back.
Cool. No worries, Mike. What about you, P?
Well, a lot of the 60s and 70s classic comedy films, shows that got turned into films, and the Sweeney films, they were good as well. I thought they were more brutal than the TV shows, always brought out by Network as well. Wonderful releases, not a plug. And the recent one is Luther, the Fallen Son or whatever it was. Really enjoyed that one. Thought that was quite a nice addition to the Luther franchise, especially after the final 2 seasons weren't so good. Andy Serkis is in it, and always a creepy bastard in that one.
Awesome. Good choices, Pete. What about you, Andy?
The only one I can think of, well, there was only one movie for it, and that was The Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that never got a sequel as well. That was a really good film, I thought.
I enjoyed the film. Yeah.
It was best thing from The Simpsons for quite a long while.
Yeah.
I agree. It made a lot of money as well, I think. So I was
Yeah.
shocked they didn't do a sequel.
I'm surprised Disney hasn't published a sequel, saying like we're going to do one.
It is quite surprising that, to be fair. What about you, Mike?
So yeah, just like Googled it before. So one that just kind of came to mind when checking it out. The first SpongeBob movie, they put on the cinema. I remember enjoying that one and still have a cinema ticket from back when I saw it as well. So I'm gonna go that one, mate.
Awesome choice. Got Dawn of the Disco Alex. So what older film you've only ever seen on disc would you like to have seen in a cinema? Very good choice there, mate. I'm in question. I'm gonna say Rocky 3. I would love to have seen that at cinema. Rocky versus Clubber Lang, and that final fight would have been great to see on a big screen for sure. What about you, Mike?
So just looking through the little collection I have so far, mate, to see if there's anything in there for me. Come back to us, mate, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no worries, Mike. What about you, Pete?
Quite a few. I'd love to see the original first Hammer Dracula film on cinema. Dirty Harry, Terminator, Back to the Future. So many good films.
Yeah, good choices, Pete. Some great films there. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'm going to say 12 Angry Men or Dawn of the Dead.
All great choices.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
So I was just having a look because with it being only on disc only, obviously I don't have many. You guys have far more than I do. One that kind of comes to mind, I was just having a look, is The Hard Way with James Woods and Michael J. Fox movie.
Oh, cool, yeah.
I think that would be a cool one to see.
Good choice, Mike. Got Movies, Trains and Studios saying CC was very good. Awesome, glad you enjoyed it.
Cool, mate. Got
Sam saying a movie which is rendered on from TV series. For me, funny enough, would have to be with SpongeBob movie from 2004. I have massive nostalgia for that one. Definitely awesome pick. Got Nigel saying, what's everyone's favourite cinema? I have heard Cineworld is closing down. I hope this is not true, would be a shame. Yeah, I have heard that as well. I think some have been struggling and have closed down already, which is a shame. But I think I've only been to Cineworld, so I'll just have to go to Cineworld because I don't really know much about the other cinemas, to be fair. What about you, Mike?
Same with you, mate. Yeah, so ever since being a kid, there's one called Cineworld Bolden, which is maybe about 15 or so minutes away from where I live. I've been going that one since I was a kid, mate, so Cineworld for me.
Awesome. What about you, Pete?
Ooh, I don't really go cinema often, but I'm going to say one of the independent ones, the Majestic.
Good choice, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I just go to Odeon, just because it's convenient.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I can get that. Awesome stuff. Got Gary saying, Skeletor unfortunately never came back after that end credit scene.
Yeah.
We got Sam saying my favourite cinema is my local independent cinema, Tyneside Cinema in Newcastle. A great film theatre which opened my eyes to so many movies and cult films as well. Awesome stuff, Sam. Great choice.
It's a great cinema, guys, because obviously I know you guys aren't from Newcastle, so I don't know if you've ever been to it.
No, I haven't.
No.
It shows like the big movies that's out, but also shows like a lot of movies that's independent releasing on that week as well, and throwback ones as well. Really cool one, mate. Yeah, it's usually about £10 a ticket though, whereas like and you was mentioning like Odeon or Cineworld, it's like 15 quid a month. Go see as much as you want. So it just depends, really.
Awesome. Got movie Trains and Studios saying the Simpsons movie is really good. Awesome, definitely. Got Marvel fans saying, do you guys think they should have made a sequel to a Simpsons movie? I think it would have worked, to be fair. I would say yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And we got 2 more comments, and that's it for tonight's stream. And we got Marvel fans saying, I still can't believe the Simpsons movie got away with showing parts penis while
I'm surprised about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
What a bell end!
Oh. Oh, Nigel, you're giving us a highlight tonight, and you're not.
Oh, get well soon, Nigel.
Yeah, get well soon,
Nigel.
Definitely. Oh, that is so funny, though. Sorry.
It is.
And we got Nigel saying, what's everyone's thoughts on Peter Jackson King Kong 2005? I love that film with all passion. Such a great adaptation of King Kong, and it's a solid movie. It's absolutely quality. And yeah, I do agree. The movie is quality. I really do love that film. I think it's a really cool film from mid 2000s. Maybe a bit long and a bit boring in places, but really cool action and really good story. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, really remember enjoying the movie, mate, and I haven't seen it in a long time, I will admit. But I've still got my original cinema ticket from 2005 seen it, so yeah, I enjoy it.
Oh, awesome, great stuff. What about you, Pete?
Yeah, I've seen it quite a few times. Mostly on TV, where it's nearly like 4.5 hours long with adverts, but it's a brilliant film. It is. Some of the fight sequences in it are epic with like King Kong, and there was like dinosaurs in that one, wasn't there? I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
Jack Black was really good in it as well. I think it was one of the more serious roles for him that I saw for the first time, and the ending's always brilliant. Great film. Haven't seen it for a while, so may have to rewatch it.
Awesome, great stuff, Pete. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I like it. I think the first act's a bit over bloated. It goes on a bit too long, but once you get to Skull Island, it's incredible.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. Awesome stuff. Got me, Nigel, saying the world building is great in that also, definitely.
Yep.
And much more, And we got Movies Stranger Studios saying, I'll have to head out, guys, but thanks for streaming. Fun time. Really would love to join for one of these. Yeah, definitely would love to get you on at some point, mate. And thank you so much for joining. Got Marvel fans saying, good night, guys. See you, mate. Thank you for joining. Got Dawn of the Discarded saying, great stream, guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. And the final comment is Nigel saying, have you ever seen the extended edition of King Kong? I love that. There was still much more they cut out with the mythical creatures on Skull Island. I think I have seen the extended edition of King Kong, and really cool edition for what I remember. Been a while since I last seen it though. Anyone else seen the extended edition?
Nope.
No.
And we got Cy Robson saying the part at the end on my frozen lake breaks my heart. Is that it from King Kong?
Yeah, I think is it when he like picks her up and he's like sitting on the lake?
Oh right, yeah.
New York, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. And that is the final comment. Thank you so much, everyone, for putting all your amazing questions in. Really do appreciate it. I think that's the first time I managed to get through all the questions for a while as well. So it's been great answering all those. And of course, thank all you guys for joining me tonight. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Yeah,
thanks
for having us, Scott.
Really enjoyed it.
No worries. And of course, before we leave, we all wish Nigel a very speedy recovery. He's been missed tonight, so it will be great to have him back next week, hopefully. definitely.
Absolutely.
And yeah, also everyone's links in the description box down below as well, so give them a sub because they are all fantastic.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Scott.
Scott.
No worries. And we all know what we do before we end the live stream. But before we do that, I'm just going to say bye, everyone. Hope you all have an awesome
See you,
weekend.
everyone.
Bye. Have a great
And-
weekend, everyone.
1, 2, 3,
Shy.